Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. I hope everybody had a wonderful, safe, happy holiday weekend. And for those of you that have the rest of the week off, congratulations. And I hope you have a good week of vacation. But today here on the channel, I want to talk some AEW because this past Sunday night they had the 6th annual Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Took place Las Vegas, Nevada. Hard to believe that AEW has been around now for 5 years. If I'm not mistaken, Saturday was actually 5 years to the day when they started, because they started in May of 2019, which is why this was the 6th annual Double or Nothing, because you had 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. A lot of people get confused on things like that. They see 2019 and think, that's 5 years. How's it been 6? Because the year they started, they had one. So now that they're kicking off their 6th year, they had the 6th Double or Nothing. We had 12 matches altogether, counting the pre-show. AEW has put on consistently good, if not great, pay-per-views for a while now. Their problem has been that their weekly TV shows are an absolute hot, stinking pile of doo-doo, and I just do not understand how the same guy books everything, and he does so good at pay-per-views, but awful on TV. It just does not make any sense to me. But, of course, the more I see the Young Bucks, the more I'm going to say their TV sucks, because I have never been a big fan of the Young Bucks. Never. And either this past Wednesday or the Wednesday before that, Dynamite, which is, their A-plus show, had its lowest rating in like 3 years. So apparently I'm not the only one who despises the Young Bucks. The more they're on my TV, the less I'm going to watch. They ain't nothing but a glorified Hardy Boys. That's all they are. That's all they'll ever be. All they're ever going to be. But, as I said, 12 matches Sunday night. We had 2 on the pre-show and then 10 on the main card. Every time you read people's thoughts on AEW's pay-per-views, about the only bad thing you ever hear is that they last too long, but yet Tony Khan keeps consistently putting on shows that take way too long, which shows you either he does not listen to people or he does not care, because not very many people are going to watch 5.5, 6 hours of wrestling. But then again, you don't know how much they're actually watching, because very few people order pay-per-views and sit down and watch them by themselves. It's always been that way. It was the same way back when TNA was in its prime. It was the same way back when WWE was WWF and they had all their pay-per-views. Very few people actually order them and pay for them by themselves. When you order them, you invite your family over, your friends over. So you're sitting down and you're talking. So it's hard to know and hard to tell how much of the actual wrestling you're watching. Some people are just there for the food and the fellowship, and you just look up and see what's on and see that, and that's all you see. That's why I like watching things like that by myself, because if I'm going to sit down on my couch to watch TV, I'm going to sit down on my couch to watch TV, not watch somebody else talk to me, not look out my window, not look down in my food bowl, not go to the kitchen. I'm going to sit down and watch it. I'm not going to pay $50 to watch wrestling and only watch half. I ain't doing that. That's just me. But on to the pay-per-view. We had Deonna Purrazzo defeating Thunder Rosa. And then we had the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn defeat Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony. Those were our two pre-show matches. On the main card, Will Ospreay defeated Roderick Strong to become the new AEW International Champion. Bullet Club Gold defeats Death Triangle to retain the Trios Championship. Timeless Toni Storm defeats Serena Deeb to retain the AEW Women's Championship. Now, Toni Storm to me is a great wrestler, but that timeless gimmick she does, although I give her credit for staying in character all the time. I mentioned the other day that she went to the wedding of Ruby Soho, and at the wedding, she took a picture and she made herself black and white, so she was still timeless Toni Storm even at the wedding. I give her credit for staying in that character all the time, but something about that character is just not for me. I just can't get behind it, but she is a great wrestler. Orange Cassidy defeats Trent Beretta. Chris Jericho defeats Hook and Katsuyori Shibata to retain the FTW Championship. The IWGP Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match saw Jon Moxley defeat Konosuke Takeshita, so Konosuke Takeshita will not get a IWGP Heavyweight Championship match as long as Jon Moxley is the champion. Barbed wire steel cage match for the TNT Championship. Adam Copeland defeats Malachi Black. Mercedes Moné defeats Willow Nightingale to become the TBS Women's Champion. Now, Willow Nightingale, after her loss, was turned on by Chris Statlander, so I'm sure you're going to see a feud between Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander. Mercedes Moné, of course, is formerly known as Sasha Banks. When Sasha Banks first broke in years ago, I liked her. She was a good wrestler, but she has turned into the LeBron James of wrestling. She whines and moans and groans and complains about everything. She's never happy. So if I never see her again, that'll be too soon. She went to AEW, made one appearance on TV, and people were already saying that she's not happy being there before she ever even stepped foot in the ring to wrestle. If you go back in time, she left WWE. She took Naomi with her. Naomi goes to TNA for a year, maybe a little longer. She realizes she made a bad mistake, a bad decision by following Mercedes' advice. She's now back in WWE, but Mercedes Moné is just too much drama. I don't care how good of a wrestler you are. When you cause drama, I don't care to see you. And every time she comes out on TV, I'm thinking, oh, here we go again. She's going to whine about something else. I just don't care for her. AEW World Championship. Swerve Strickland retains over Christian Cage. And then, in the main event, the Elite defeats Team AEW in the Anarchy in the Arena match. And make sure you watch Dynamite coming up tomorrow night, just like it does each and every Wednesday, to see all the fallout from AEW's Double or Nothing. Any thoughts on this, please feel free to let me know. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. Cops are looking for the birthday party thief. I've seen criminals, but this takes the cake. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.